Oh, this is going to be tough going. This is going to be tough going. It's going to take a bit of getting used to having you behind the camera. Stay strong. Whew. Jesus Christ. So, we've got our first big movement on the cars. We've got our barbell row. So we warmed up just with some straight arm pull downs, just to get a bit of blood flow into the back. And now, with first of our heavy movements, so we've got two movements that are going to do a little bit of lower back loading as well as lat work. And then we go into mainly lats from that. So 2 sets here, 6 to 10, 10 to 12, I think. That's what we're going to do anyway. Don't be silly, wrap your wrists. That's mental. That is fucking mental. Oh. That is genuinely the first time I've been able to do a top and back offset on a barbell row pain-free in months. So we got a deep tissue rub out yesterday off Laura. I'll put her Instagram in the description below. But God is after working wonders. My back is freer. Pulling there, doesn't feel like my arm's going to separate, doesn't feel like my shoulder's going to rip out of the socket. And that's the most reps I've done with that way. We had the top offset, which we'll probably put in to someone turned manual focus on and then couldn't record. After about 15 minutes, was like, I think the screen is blurry. So we're going to keep those in though, because fun. But yeah, so that's the barbell row done. We're going to crack on with the rest of the workout now. So we have got single arm row now. So we've swapped the single arm row on this out for the dumbbell row. Just more so, it was the hand that I was holding myself up, it was a little bit tender. But again, obviously we got the rub out, so it's feeling a lot better today. But we're going to try out the single arm row here on the plate loaded row. We're going lat focus, so again we're using this hand here when we're pulling with our left side. We're going to stabilize with this hand, left foot in, so whatever hand you're pulling with, that hand goes forward. That's to stop the hips rotating out the way, whereas if I'm standing like this, it allows my hips to rotate rather than keep myself pushed, stabilized, and then pulling that elbow back into that pocket. Yeah. Right, 2 sets again. This time both sets are 10 to 12. So we're going to jump up a little bit more and keep going with it. I'm just very excited that that's not hurting anymore. add the freedom that's after giving me. That's fucking crazy. You only realise how tight my arm was and my shoulder blade was now after getting that done yesterday. Whew. It's a good thing we're booked in once a week now all the way up to the show. Right, so moving on to our low row, we've got our D handle set up like so. So the idea behind the D handle is it allows the shoulder and the elbow wrist to move a little bit freer, so that it doesn't keep you stuck in one position. So we're keeping our hands supinated, which means we're pointing them up to the ceiling as we're pulling back. So hands stay pointed up to the ceiling and we're driving the elbows back and down towards the hip. And again, got 2 sets, 10 to 12 on both on this again. Sweating to lose. Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. God. Right. So again, 2 sets in on this. This is 10 to 12, 12 to 15. And our main focus here is driving the elbows down but out. So we're not pulling back the way. Elbow line stays straight in front of the body, allowing the lat to do all the work. So you see people when they sit up into it, they come down into it, and they're starting to kind of pull back towards their chest. And all we're really doing there is getting a little bit more upper back and traps. Whereas if we want to target the lats fully, when we set up into it, slight rotation of the elbows forward and keep those elbows in front of the body. That'll work. That'll work. So we're the plate loaded row was taken. We normally do like an overhand grip plate loaded row for like upper back rear delt. This is going to work just the same. So we've got our chest support in there, 2 D handles, and we're just pulling the elbows slightly out the way but slightly tucked in. So that's kind of your finished position is there. We've got 3 sets here, 10 to 15 on all 3, and then we've got biceps 10 to finish off, so the fun part to finish. Right, home stretch. We've just got biceps and abs to finish. We've got 6 sets of biceps in total, all on the cable. We've got 3 facing out the way. That's really challenging the bicep in the lengthened position, so there's a little bit of a pause in that lengthened range. And then we've got 3 facing in the way, challenging the bicep in the shortened position where we're contracted hard on it. And then we do abs every day. It's just hanging leg raises and a little bit of a cable crunch. And then I brought my board shorts with me, so we're going to go in, throw the board shorts on, and then head up to the studio. That's so much better than the other day up in the studio. Even how the shoulders are level. I don't think we recorded that on the camera, did we, the other day? I don't know if we recorded up in the studio the other day. Remember when I couldn't get my shoulders right? Did we? If I do have that, I'll put that in. And I'll obviously, we're going up to the studio in a minute and you'll see the difference. But the other day, my left shoulder just would not sit down when I was trying to get my lat out. And I was fucking like this. Whereas now, that's sitting fairly straight across. Yeah, that shoulder is sitting like straight across, and when you're hitting any pose, especially from a men's physique perspective, you want straight line shoulder to shoulder. You want that straight line, and then it comes down into the waist. So you've got a nice wide stance when you're through the back, because that creates that X frame. And then when you're to the front, it's 90% weight on that lead leg, 10% weight on that back leg. So 90% here, just pretty much using this as a stabilizer. And then sitting down into that side, what it's going to do, it's going to accentuate the obliques, tighten up that midsection, hide this part of the abs as well. So when you're setting up into that front pose, all you really want is the edge of this six pack here. So the edge of the wall of the abs here, your abs from this side, and then your obliques on show. And then just accentuating out on that side. So this arm just pretty much sits on that lat. Men's Physique 101.
Some days just don't feel right. I think I feel much better at night. Seems I can't deny. Some days just pass me by. You know I think I feel much better at night.
So there we go. That is our pull session, physique update. This is like, I think between 12 and 12 weeks out. Next video that we drop will actually be into single figures, so that's when it starts to get real fun. So for now, we're going to wrap it up here, and we will catch you in the next one.